A while back, my wife and I were fostering, and we were fostering this kid, and one of the reasons they were in foster care is because their dad was in prison. I know where he was incarcerated, but I don't know why. Well, we introduced the kid to some of our neighbors, and one of our neighbors was like, "Hey, we have the same last name." I thought, oh, that's interesting. I'll look up the kid's history. I know where their family's from. I know their last name. I'll see if I can find something about their ancestry. When I looked into it, I found that one of the United States' largest slave plantations was in the kid's hometown, and their last name was the name of the plantation owner. So then I started looking at other old plantations and their owners' names, and I saw a lot of names that I recognize, like Duncan and Ward and Anderson and King. So I looked up that plantation and what happened after the slaves were freed there. And it turns out they weren't free very long. They immediately started making new laws called black codes for things like loitering and vagrants, so that anyone standing around could be rounded up and put in prison. They made a new prison just for this purpose, and they leased those prisoners back to the plantations. A lot of these penal farms or prison farms over the years changed their names to state penitentiaries, and they still exist today. But that kid's dad, right now, is incarcerated at the prison, which was created just to lease prisoners as slaves to plantation owners. In fact, there are entire industries that rely on prison labor. And for the longest time, the prisoners were not paid. Now they're paid like 23 cents an hour. It's called FPI, Federal Prison Industries, and it's been rebranded as Unicor because that sounds nicer. And they make all kinds of products for the US government. They make police uniforms, they make office furniture, and strangely, they make McDonald's uniforms. My chair, the one that I use in my art studio, is one that I got out of the dumpster that was being thrown away from the courthouse downtown in St. Louis. After finding out that prison labor produces government building office furniture, it kind of makes me think, was my chair made by slaves?